Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic Class Non-Classic. This is episode number 946 and episode number 840. Two Spider-Man related trades. First up is a book out on the Old Horses Library book. This one is Edge of Spider-Geddon. This collects the entire 4-issue miniseries plus Superior Octopus number 1. Now, this is basically, like with Edge of Spider-Verse, a series of one-shots involving characters who appear in the pages of Spider-Geddon. Now, there's actually one character who appears in this miniseries, who actually, believe it or not, who actually did appear in the previous story, and had her own one-shot for Edge of Spider-Verse. And that's Penny Parker, aka Spider. Yep. This character right here on the left. Yep. She is by far the first and only character to have both an issue feature her in this series and the previous one. Yep. Each issue has different writer and artist. The first issue is written by J. McKay and artwork by Dorado Salvador. Issue 2 is done by Zach Thompson and Lenny Nadir and artwork by Alberto Albuquerque. 3 is done by Jason Latour and artwork by Zach Zonik and Bram Ravel. 4 is written and drawn by Aaron Cooder, who's also co-drawn the book with Will Robinson, who's also the inker for the book. The Super Octopus one-shot is written by Christos Gage, artwork by Mark Hawthorne. Now, Christos Gage would later on write the book that would come right after Spider-Geddon, The Return of Superior Spider-Man, which is about 3 issues in, and it's actually a pretty good series, though at least I actually got to give Christos Gage one prop over Dan Slott when it comes to the previous Superior Spider-Man. For one thing, it's clearly Dr. Octopus, and 2, like one person of Dr. Octopus, and not really complete stupid over it, and at least Dr. Octopus actually does something different for a change. Yep. And of course, the first issue features Spider-Punk, a character who did appear in Spider-Geddon. Yeah. Interesting idea to start up with this guy. Yeah, even though he's called Spider-Punk, he called him Spider-Man, but it's Spider-Punk. Yeah, this guy is not Peter Parker in this mask. It's actually Howie Brown, the Prowler. Now, in case you're wondering, was Howie Brown ever Spider-Man in the X-Men universe? Yes, Howie Brown took the costume twice. The first time was back in the 1960s. Second time was actually very recently, just prior to Spider-Verse. This actually happened. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually prior to the Clone Conspiracy this happened. Yep. So yeah, it's basically what he was doing up in his world before he was taken by, I think it was like Spider-Ham. Yep. Of course, it's Captain Anarchy. It's a really interesting little standalone story. Next one, of course, it features Penny Parker. Now, I think as far as I can tell, this is the artwork from the previous one-shot. But yeah, it's actually not bad artwork. I at least gotta praise it for that. And also because of Penny Parker, who she is, she's the daughter of this world's Peter Parker, who actually wore this suit. And Peter Parker, apparently in this world, was Japanese. Why not? It's not a bad idea to do. Yep. Her fighting kaiju monsters. Yeah, it's basically what Spider-Man was Iron Man as well. Yeah. But it's a great little standalone issue. Next issue involves Spider-Kid, a first Peter Parker who is 13 and teams with Ben Parker to be bad guys. Yep, and Ben Parker retires at the end of the issue. Written by Jason Latour, which is actually not bad. And I love this artwork, which is done by... Who does his artwork? It is Johnny Zonjic and Brown Bravo. Yeah, this artwork is really good. I love this artwork. It's really good. I kind of wish this guy would do more work for Marvel because this guy is that damn good. I like it. I don't know if people like this artwork, but it's really good. Yep. And of course, I love this one page of they show gravestones. It's like a little joke, like Popcorn Kravinoff, Itsy Bitsy Spider, Damon Kravinoff. But it's just funny little thing. And we also have this world's version of Kraven's Last Hunt, where Peter gets briefly buried. And of course, Ben Parker retires and goes off, whatever. Then we have a 6-armed spider, which basically, from what I can tell by this character, it's like this is just another version of the Spider-Man from I think it was like 2211. Yeah, it's a similar design suit, but different color. And this guy's got 6 arms, and apparently he hides in the shadows. Yeah, apparently this guy was exposed to make him get 6 arms, and he didn't turn to Man Spider for some reason. Yeah, it's an interesting little standalone issue. In the case of Spirit Octopus, it's basically what he was up to prior to events of this book, this event. Yep, now, I initially thought when I heard about this one shot, I thought this was going to be a series. Nope, it's just a one shot that leads directly into Spider-Verse. Yes, Dr. Octopus is operating out of San Francisco and becoming a superhero. Calling himself the Spirit Octopus, though at the end of Spider-Geddon to become, well, during Spider-Geddon, he puts in Spider Comics, becomes Spirit Spider-Man. This by far is really good. None of the issues for here are bad. No. Unlike in the case of previous one, did have one really okay issue didn't go all over the place. At least in the case of this, yep. They also have an issue. They also have, I think it's during the Spirit Octopus issue, we actually reached the Web Warriors, and they're actually, this is sort of directly before Spider-Geddon, and they apparently have a line figure out that, yeah, the Inheritors have escaped from this particular world that's where the Ben Parker Spider-Man's from. Yep, and apparently, oh yeah, and also in Spirit Octopus, yeah, he beats up Hydra agents, kills a LMD of the Gorgon, and breaks one of Arnim Zola's bodies. He says, oh yeah, I want you to come back because I like your personality. But I'm done with Hydra. Yep. This, of course, is very good. Give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Good start to a crossover that is hit or miss for a lot of people. Yep. Next up is The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, Volume 9, Squirrels Fall Like Dominoes. And yes, this does briefly happen in the story where you have all three of these characters, which have one thing in common. They're all creations of Steve Ditko. Yep. For some reason, the writer of this series, Ryan North, decided to make Kraven the Hunter a recurring character in the pages of Squirrel Girl. Why not? He's got nothing else to do. The artwork in here is done by Derek Charm. Yep. You also involve him, basically, you have Squirrel Girl teaming up with Kraven the Hunter to do this escape room. It's run by a character known as Mojo 2. Now I'm thinking though, Mojo 2? Who the heck is Mojo 2? Oh yeah, he's a villain from the 1990s, and apparently no one has heard of him. Yeah, if you only see him here, you're like, where the heck he come from? Yeah, let me look up and see where he came up. Now, the original Mojo showed up in the 80s. This guy is a product of the 90s. That's not a joke, he seriously is. Let's see. There's even a joke about Mojo 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, that's what a lot of people tend to basically be actual template names for a lot of sequels. Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, but it's so hilarious. The fact that the hackers did that. Let's see if I can find out exactly when was his character first appearance. But yeah, he's basically a character who's completely forgotten. Yep. Oh, in case you're wondering what the heck this guy looked like. Okay. Let's see if I can find him here. Where are you? Let's see if I can find him here. Let's see. Where are you? Here he is. Mojo 2. The sequel. This is him. You're like, what the heck is this? Yeah, he's an upright version of Mojo. Yeah, that's interesting what this character is. Yep. His first appearance was back in Uncanny X-Men Annual number 92. 2, which came out in 1992. Wow. Yeah, this character roughly appeared 17 years ago, and this was his first appearance since that annual. Yep. And of course, Kraven goes off to jail, and of course, they bring up the fact that yeah, that was even part of my life. Yeah. It's part of a storyline called Scattershot. Yeah, that's basically when this character showed up. And of course, the character didn't show up again after this. Of course, Kraven gets arrested. Of course, he didn't do anything actually wrong. It's like he was wanted for previous stuff, but not currently. No, he didn't do anything wrong. And of course, they brought the trial, defended by Jen Walters, and everybody except for Kraven is able to get off, no problem. Yep, of course, Kraven escapes. We have a brief fight between him and Spider-Man. Of course, they also reference Kraven's last hunt in here. Yeah, it's like Ryan North is a big Kravenoff fan, Kraven Hunter. So why not reference some of his best events? Yep. And of course, they have a brief fight between Spider-Girl, Spider-Man, Squirrel Girl, Spider-Man, and Kraven. Yep, and it's pretty brief, but it's pretty fun. Yeah. This, of course, is actually pretty good. Probably by far the best issues of the whole series so far. Not lackluster, and not like okay. But I enjoy these because Spider-Man shows up here. Second time I can think of Spider-Man team with Squirrel Girl, because when you think of Spider-Man team with a fellow superhero, here's a book at 9.5, at least a 9 out of 10. Usually a lot of time he teams up with these following superheroes. He teams up with Human Torch, he teams with Wolverine, he teams up with Daredevil, Doctor Strange. Usually one of these 4 characters he loves to team up with. Yeah, and these people have great chemistry. Lately, he also can add the Kamala Khan best model, because Kamala Khan loves working with Spider-Man. And she has no problem with him at all. Unlike some people in the general public who do a problem with him because of him being allegedly a menace. Because of how much Miss Marvel was a fangirl. And of course, when they first met, she mentioned about his brief relationship with Carol Danvers and the fact they made out in public. Yep. But yeah, Squirrel Girl is not one of the people he generally does team up with, but he kind of added to. Right now, it's just Wolverine, Human Torch, Doctor Strange, Daredevil, Kamala Khan Miss Marvel, and possibly Squirrel Girl. Yeah, these characters are the ones I can think of Spider-Man loves teaming up with. One he does not like teaming up with, but he has to grudgingly do it, is the Punisher. Yes, he does not like teaming with the Punisher at all because he does not like him killing people. That's generally how he is. And he gets to fight him over killing. A lot. The only reason why writers love teaming up these two is because Punisher made his debut in issue of Spider-Man. Well, Amazing Spider-Man 129. The other ones make sense because a lot of them are basically creations of Stan Lee. Though Wolverine he's creating a late lead ween. But the people got good chemistry. That's the reason to team up with him. As far as I know, Spider-Man has never done a team with X-23. Well, Laura, when she was Wolverine. I think he did once recently during Hulk Wolverine, but that was it. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. I have 2 more reviews coming today. Excuse me, as a review of the newest episode of Attack on Titan and the newest chapter of the Case Closed manga. You'll find out soon. I'm going to watch Attack on Titan after I upload this video and the previous one. And you'll expect my review for it. And also I'm going to try to review the newest chapter of Case Closed. Yep. I'll see you in the next review. Bye.